You wake up ready to conquer the world. You're ready to go to the gym. You can't wait to hit this maximum effort, amazing workout. You can't wait to get a cup of coffee, go to the coffee shop downtown at work for a few hours on your purpose, your business, your drop shipping business, and then hit another workout after that, and then meet this person, and then call this person, and then do this job, and then work. Then it's 6:30 a.m. the next morning. You were supposed to get out of bed 30 minutes ago. And honestly, you kind of feel like shit. You start to get frustrated. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel so tired? I know I have the work ethic. I know I have the strength and the drive. I'm not like the others. But why can't I just wake up and have energy? Why am I so tired and exhausted? Then there's your competition. They are getting straight out of bed right away at the sound of the alarm clock. No hesitation. They're excited to start their day. They're smiling as they're getting their pants on. They go hit that workout, full intensity. They go do 3 fully focused hours of work on their business and their purpose. And they're in a flow state while they're doing it. They're enjoying it. They're loving it. They're doing a week's worth of work in one morning. How do I get like that guy? Well, there's no simple answer, but today I'm going to go over all the factors and why you feel this way, including one factor you've never thought about, a factor no self-improvement YouTubers ever mentioned before. I hope this video helps. Let's get right into it. So number one thing is sleep quality. I know this is a very cliche answer, but even if you fall asleep, and this is something to note, even if you do fall asleep eventually, it's 1 a.m., you fall asleep, your sleep quality will still be affected by the choices you make during the day. So blue light before bed, very bad. And I know it's cliche, but blue light before bed is terrible. You want to have more warm red light, more warm colors. You want to be honestly away from technology in general because there's a lot of light, and you'll just sleep a lot better when you're in a darker room before bed and you're winding down. Caffeine in the afternoon. I love caffeine. I drink a lot of caffeine, and I always say it's not going to affect me. I used to do this especially a lot when I was younger. I would say caffeine doesn't affect me. It's no worries. I will drink it at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., go to bed at 10, no problem. But then, even if I do fall asleep, which honestly I rarely did, but even if I were to fall asleep, it would affect my sleep quality. And I would wake up very tired because I didn't get the quality sleep that I needed. I wouldn't get the REM. I wouldn't get the benefits of sleep that you're supposed to get. I remember I used to do something very weird when I lived with my brother in Florida. I used to do this thing called caffeine roulette, and he would know this. He watches my videos. I did something called caffeine roulette, and it was a little stupid thing to make an excuse to drink caffeine before bed and get away with it. I basically drink some kind of coffee, some kind of energy drink, and go to bed right away so that I don't stay up and lose my sleep. I would just go to bed right away as fast as I can. And the fun part is wondering if I'll actually get to fall asleep in time or if I'll stay up and ruin my sleep schedule. It was a very stupid idea, but even when I would fall asleep, I would wake up tired the next day. I would have no energy. Yeah, bottom line is caffeine is not good for you before bed, and it will definitely, especially energy drinks, horrible. They will keep you up, and even if you fall asleep, your sleep quality is a very big thing, and it's being ruined. Also, another thing is, really quickly, you really have to allocate more time to sleeping than you realize, and it's kind of a bummer because I know you want to be productive and work and do all this, but a lot of people schedule 8 hours to sleep, but they don't realize that their sleep quality is probably going to be more like 7.5 hours to 7 hours, and then even then you'll probably be in bed not sleeping yet for part of that time. So really you're only getting 6.5 hours of sleep. So me personally, I allocate about 9 hours of sleep. I go to bed earlier, so around 9 I go to bed. A lot of times I go to bed, I'm asleep by 9. Essentially I'm still getting 8 hours of sleep instead of going to sleep at 10, waking up at 5:30, or going to sleep at 9:30 and waking up at 5:30, and it's like still feel kind of tired because I didn't really get 8 hours. So definitely keep that into consideration. Sleep is not something to just wing. If you want to live a productive, consistent life, you can't really wing sleep. As much as it sucks, as much as it's like an afterthought, you do kind of have to focus on getting enough. The second thing is distraction. Social media is destroying your attention span. Every video you watch is depleting your brain points, leaving you exhausted through the night, and generally through your whole life. You just feel more tired and your baseline energy is lower every time. I made a 4 steps to overcoming social media video. Definitely check that out. It will help a lot if you have a social media addiction, and overcoming social media addiction will help with your attention span, your focus, your presence in life, which will indirectly lead you to a happier, more content life, which leads you to a more fulfilling, less depressed life. For the longest time, I was struggling with watching a lot of shorts and a lot of reels before bed. I'm telling you, that would keep me up forever. And I would make the excuse, oh, well, I'll fall asleep at 9:30, and then it's 9:52 and I'm already, halfway through a YouTube video and I can't fall asleep. But it didn't just extend my awake time, it also affected my sleep quality and my ability to wind down. I would hear these videos and this guy talking, and I would get distracted, and I would really think deeply about it, and my mind just isn't ready to fall asleep. Just honestly, don't get in the habit of watching reels or shorts before bed, or really any content. Once you're in bed, you have to really focus on sleeping. So the third thing that a lot of people don't talk about is decision fatigue. So when you, essentially every small decision you make throughout your day is depleting your energy, even by a little bit. So if I'm thinking, what am I gonna have for lunch today? That's gonna deplete my energy at least by a little bit, not very much, but a little bit. Now, if you hit a workout, that's gonna deplete a lot of energy. If you do 3 hours of work on your business, that's probably gonna deplete a lot of energy, and you need some time to recuperate and re-energize. By the way, playing video games or distracting yourself with social media and reels and shorts isn't gonna get back your energy. It's gonna deplete it even more. But simply create a timetable to stick to as often as possible, where you're busy throughout the day and where you already have an idea of what you're gonna eat, already have an idea of what you're gonna do at this time and that time, so that you don't have to think about it. So you don't have to. And this is why so many billionaires, you see them wear the same clothes every day, the same jeans and the same t-shirt. It's because they just don't have the time to pick their outfit. They have to work. And so early in the morning, when they're picking their outfit, they just wear the same clothes every day, so it doesn't deplete their energy, their brain points. These billionaires, these entrepreneurs, they understand this very well, because everything you do, especially before the time that you want to work or the time you want the most energy. So let's say you're working at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You have all those hours before that, and probably your workout too, where you're just depleting your energy, and through decisions and ideas and thoughts that you get throughout the day. It's much better to work in the morning, and it's much better to, like, when you wake up, and it's much better to really minimize your decision fatigue as much as you can. Now, if you want to boost your baseline energy level, just don't watch social media and don't get distracted very often. Really have time to yourself where you think and you spend time alone, and commit to habits like meditation, journaling, gratitude. Just all the positive self-improvement habits will benefit you greatly when it comes to your energy level. And just eat the right foods too. That's a big part of it. Eating unhealthy foods will make you feel tired and lethargic. And that's actually my fourth thing on here is diet. What are you consuming? What are you putting in your body? Are you putting Red 40 in your body? You sick dude, bro. What are you doing putting for Red 40 in your body? What are you doing putting hydrogenated oil in your body? It's not good for you, man. And it's not just good for your physical body. It's not just going to give you some kind of disease later in life. It's also going to make you feel like shit and lethargic and tired. You won't be able to think clearly, and it will affect your mind. And there's so many chemicals in these foods that will affect us even 2 to 3 days after we eat it. So if we had 3 Domino pizzas 3 days ago, we're probably still going to feel the effects all the way till now. If you ate sugar yesterday, you're probably still feeling the effects of that. And it will affect how you feel first thing in the morning too. A lot of people, like when I wake up now, I am in a flow state. I'm ready to record these videos. I'm ready to work out. I'm ready to do this and that. And I'm enjoying my day, and I'm present, and I'm talking to my barista. I'm talking to my friend. I'm talking to my grandpa. Full focus, full flow state. But if I'm eating sugar the night before, if I'm eating junk food, I'm going to wake up tired, lethargic. I can't focus. I'm kind of moody because I don't want to be bothered. And I'm just so in my head. I don't want to talk to anybody. And it's like, it's just not worth it. So definitely stick to a healthy diet with no chemicals, real foods like potatoes, eggs, steak, any kind of meat that isn't processed. If you're going to eat those foods on a special occasion, that's fine. I'm probably going to eat some pizza tonight. It's December 31st. It's the New Year Eve. So I'm probably going to, when I go to this party, I'm probably getting, and by the way, it's not a degenerate party, it's a house party with my friend and like 3 others. I don't do degeneracy anymore. I'll probably like make a pizza like in the campfire or something. I think that'd be really fun. Probably make a steak or something. Special occasion, I understand that I'm gonna be kind of indulging, but 99.9% of the time, you wanna be eating only the natural foods. Potatoes, eggs, steak, meat, and poultry. And I'd probably say no dairy, but I mean, you can probably get away with it. But yeah, one bad meal can single-handedly affect your morning routine, and that could affect your life and throw off your whole schedule and your whole life just because you ate one bad meal. It's really not worth it. And the fifth thing a lot of people don't talk about, again, especially no self-improvement gurus. This is very like monk knowledge, like very like spiritual, like nobody talks about it, is compounded sin. Now, I can I can repeat the same thing every video that I say. God is good. God is the attributes of good, peace, love, joy, all these things. And devil is the attributes of everything bad and corrupted. Lying, hate, anger, distraction, all the things that are bad and unwanted and unnatural. I can repeat that every video and I can go even more in depth if I want. But essentially, just trust me here, bro science. The more you sin, the more tired you will be throughout your day and throughout your life, really. There's no daytime clock. You'll just be more tired in your life the more you sin. We got to realize too, mental health affects physical, physical health affects mental, and same thing with spiritual. Spiritual is one of the three. Spiritual affects mental, spiritual affects physical. There's many things that are destroying our energy levels, and sin is a big one of them. Like telling a lie, and this is actually like scientific, like if you tell a lie, you are putting a secret out into the universe, and you have to work on keeping that secret afloat. You have to work on keeping that secret in the world. And that takes a lot of energy from you, and it makes you fatigued and tired. And even throughout the day when you're not lying, you still feel that tiredness and that fatigue. Keeping that porn addiction, hiding away from that porn addiction, not telling anybody about it and keeping it secret is depleting your energy and your mental, and it's making you more fatigued. Sleep ain't gonna fix that. So you're gonna wake up the next morning and you're gonna be very tired. So the sixth reason is my spiritual reason. This is the ultimate reason, the thing that nobody talks about. I've never seen a self-improvement guru or YouTuber or content creator or entrepreneur talk about this. This is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound very crazy, but bro science, just trust me. I've learned a lot and I know a lot, and God has revealed to me a lot, and just stick with me here. This is going to blow your mind. In fact, I'm going to read off my script. This is going to sound crazy, but I'll elaborate. There's fourth dimensional beings. Many call them demons or Nephilim. There's really two kinds. There's the fallen angels, and then there's Nephilim, which, again, there's more backstory on that I could get into, but that are on this earth roaming in the spiritual realm that we can't see. And they feed off negative energy because they are the embodiment of evil. Just like how God is the embodiment of good and angels are good, devil and its demons are also evil. And they feed off the evil, and they feed off the negative energy. There's government documents that say this. All the secret societies say this. And witches and warlocks, they know this. I personally have no doubt this is true, given my own experiences. Besides, even if there's a 0.1% chance that this is real, even if there's a 0.1% chance this is real, I would still take it very seriously. There's definitely a higher realm that we don't see and that we don't quite understand scientifically. So essentially, tying back to the last reason I just mentioned, every time you sin or you consume or entertain negative thoughts and negativity, it's draining you. It's quite literally draining you. Think about degenerate music, that's affecting you. Think about negative conversations, gossip, lying, hate, anger, depressing, just all this stuff affects you, and demons, if you entertain them, demons are feeding off of that. Every time you lie to somebody, you're losing energy. Every time you steal from somebody, you're losing energy. And even if none of this is real, even if this is all like mythology, as a lot of you would probably say who aren't Christian or believers or spiritual people, it's still worth keeping this a mental note in your head that none of this is really good for you, and you shouldn't be taking part in them. And entertain godly, spiritual, good thoughts in your life, not negative or evil habits. And really, part of that is giving your life to Christ, but a big part of it is also just living a more spiritual, godly, set-apart life and doing these spiritual habits and these beneficial habits, and it'll just help you in so many ways. And you just got to stick to them, man. It's a lot worth. It's much more worth living this life than living a degenerate, low life. It's just not worth it, man. I've been there. I went to high school, bro. I was in school, bro. I've been there. It's not worth it. The spiritual, fulfilling life is much more worth it, and you're just living more, and you don't get to deal with all these addictions and these thoughts and these intrusive thoughts and the negativity and the depression and the lonely nights and the anxiety. It's just, I don't feel any of this anymore, and all glory to God, really. There is another branch of this. Basically, the more you entertain lust, the more you are opening doors to succubus and incubus and these very lustful demons. And those demons will take the life out of you. That's why when you're sleeping around a lot and you're being degenerate, you'll start getting more sexual dreams. And even if you're trying to like stay off of it, you'll start getting a lot of sexual dreams in the beginning. And they will deplete you. They'll make you tired in the next morning, and you'll feel just out of energy. Mentally.